The next wave of indictments, man. Shadow Pit, what's up, man? What's up, Andy? What's up, GS? Carrillos P310, Palmero. What's up, No Name, Rich DM650, Tony Hernandez. What's good, man? Hey, this ain't no breaking exclusive news, man. I don't got no big details. You guys probably heard what I've heard on this stuff. What's up, Britannia? Mr. Alwez, Empire David, and I'm referring to that news conference that they held a little while ago. What's up, Johnny Lowe? Saludos from SGV. Shout out to SGV, man. DX, what's going on? Days Bags. Osito 707. You know, I rarely take an opportunity to jump on like this when something is going on. But because of this, the way that this is playing out and some of the possible connections that this has to the NF, like they're saying, if you guys heard the news brief, supposedly they hit 16 cells or however many cells, and there were 16 inmates that were involved in Folsom, Corcoran, and Pelican Bay as a result of this investigation right there. Now, I can only speculate, like you guys, I'm sure that's what everybody's doing right now, but they got something is making it is connecting those dots to the NF. That's what they're I don't know if it's just a hunch. I don't know if they got something, but that's a pretty big stretch right there for them to contact the Department of Corrections and have them conduct cell searches as a result of you know these homicides that occurred out there in Goshen, man. So it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Now, you know, it's interesting to see that these cops that did this news briefing, man. You know, without getting into the political part of it, right away they're jumping on, you know, the first opportunity they can get to make this a death penalty case and to try to reignite that whole death penalty fight. And I kind of understand, you know, I don't agree with the death penalty and all that in the state of California. It should be for certain individuals. I'm not going to get into that conversation, but you know, this is a different kind of case, man. Whenever you kill babies like that, man, it just takes on a certain, just a whole different kind of look, man. You know, when I think about some of the details that played out in this case, you guys seen I did a spill on this a while back, and at that time I was going off of the information that was out in the media, and they were saying that it might possibly be cartel related. However, if you guys watched my my spill, I clearly pointed out that although the media is saying that this looks like it's cartel related, it didn't have the same type of you know, some of the same characteristics that the cartel is known for. Yeah, you know, they had this one female get on her knees and they shot her in the head, and they went in there. There's multiple killings. They slaughtered the whole family, and that's cartel type. That's what the cartel does, shit like that. Everybody knows that. But you know, the cartel, they like their victims to feel their pain. They want motherfuckers to suffer. They want them to feel every bit of it. They don't believe in you know, giving somebody a fast death, man. They want them to fucking feel that shit. So that's why I believe that at the time it didn't have the characteristics, man. Now, you know, the other thing I was gonna say is what I think about when I look at this case is it reminds me of the case, if you guys remember, the Maxim Road murders in how you doing, Maxine Barella? Tax collector, I see all you guys, man. Afshin, Sean, Shadow Pit, Juan Burcell. If you guys remember that case that happened out there in where was that, man? It was the Maxim Road murders where you had Character, the Sangra gang members that went in. They killed two Mexican mafia. Well, one was a Mexican mafia dropout. The other one was just a cat that was out there charging people on the streets for he was basically taxing cats under the Mexican mafia's name. And then, you know, they killed the mother, they killed a 7-year-old little girl, and then they killed the baby. Then you guys know what happened. Character went to him and the three that went to death row was Character, another cat named Primo, and then you had Pelon, Maciel. Character's the one that was stupid enough to go out on the yard, and they got him on the yard. They killed him. But it reminds me of that case right there. And whoever is involved in this case right there, whether it's the Mexican mafia, whether it's the NF, whoever it is, it's gonna have the same type of effect. Them dudes, when they get to wherever they're going for killing that baby, they're gonna have to answer for that shit. You know what I mean? You don't kill babies, man. You don't go in there and slaughter families like that. That's not what we used to do. And I would like to think that you know, even though a lot has changed since I was functioning out there, that the NF hasn't turned it hasn't turned lowered their standards that much, man. I would like to think that's just not the case. But like I said, man, whoever is involved, they're not gonna get no welcoming party or no they're not gonna score no points for this shit, man. The media is already turning it into a political windstorm, man. So it's gonna be interesting to see how it plays out. I don't know how many of you guys listened to that news briefing that they just did, but they described all the murders as they happened. One female was in her bed. I think the first two cats, Ladio Perez was the first one to die. Marcos Perez, he got shot in the head. Jennifer Anaya was shot when she was in bed sleep. And then you had the mom that took off running with her baby, trying to save her baby. That's just crazy, man. What's your guys' thoughts, though, man? You think they'll PC up? No fucking doubt. No doubt. You know, that's the thing. I was talking to somebody about this earlier, and that, you know, like I said, this case reminds me a lot about the Maxim Road murders, how that all played out. And those dudes really should have PC'd up, but Character was stupid. He was stupid, thinking that this was just some young, reckless gang member that wanted the Mexican mafia to know that he was willing to spill blood on their behalf. And, you know, I don't know what this dude was thinking. And that's the only reason why they ended up getting him. Primo and Pelon, they both locked it up. But yeah, I believe that whoever's responsible, they're definitely going to lock it up. Angel Uriarty and Noah Beard. You know them CJS? You think they will get it from the COs and inmates? Well, you know how it goes. Rich DM 650 cats like that are not popular, man. And I'm not gonna get into it, but into the details. But like I told you guys, when character got hit, I was there in the adjustment center when it happened. And you know, the question you asked about the COs, Rich DM 650, they don't like baby killers either. They got kids. And just put it like this, man, the piece that they hit Character with, you couldn't get that out to the yard. You couldn't get that out to the yard by yourself. You had to have had help. The through the COs that work there in the adjustment center. That's the only way that you were going to get a piece of a steel like that out. In the adjustment center, you had to go through, they wand you down at the front, they strip you down twice. You're not going to come out with no piece like that. So how much the COs will involve themselves in something like that, I don't know. It's anybody's guess, man. But they're not going to be popular, man, with anybody. Look up that case, Box. It happened at Closter Park in Salas. They shot at Southsiders and killed a 6-year-old little boy playing in his backyard. Those cats got the business in Monterey County Jail, of course. Yeah, I looked that up definitely if I met them. It happened at Closter Park. For sure. But even what kind of trips me out, man, is even let's just say that these are homies. Let's just say they're norteños and they're out there obviously plugged in and they're functioning out there on the streets. Maybe they're part of a regiment. I don't even know if that's the case, but let's just say hypothetically this is one of the scenarios, and they go to whack probably one of those dudes that was there, that was probably the main target, but during the course of that, they end up slaughtering everybody else. I would like to think that homies are a little bit smarter than that they know that, man, when you kill a baby, that's it, man. That just fucked everything else up. You know what I mean? Even if they would have killed the women and left the baby, they might have been able to sneak by with that, man. But once you kill the baby, it takes on a whole different. That's when if the NF is involved, that's when they're gonna step back from those dudes. Like you fucked up. You shouldn't have did that. You know what I mean? There were a couple Modesto cases similar to this, where there was a home invasion, family murked back in 2008, 2010 in Modesto. Andrew Tate, yeah, I'm gonna look that up too, man. Did any of you guys see that news brief that I was talking about? Came out like 40 minutes ago. What's up, Eddie C? Lucky Local, Johnny Moreno is 408. Train to go. I see you, boy. ZG, what's up, boy? Idi Amin G. Idi Amin. It should be for the baby. It should be for baby killers, regardless of this or not. You talking about the DP, the death penalty? Yeah, man. Most definitely. Yeah, there's just nothing you can say to justify killing kids, man. There's not. You can't say that, you were told to leave no witnesses. A 6-month-old or 10-month-old baby's not gonna point you out in the lineup, man. So it's a little hard to justify doing something like that. El Tubo, I see you, man. And if you listen to boxer inmates who PCs wear green, Maxine, shit, I don't know where you talking about, in the county jail in Tulare County. I'm not sure what you're talking about, because it's different. It's different from county to county. Some counties it's red, some counties it's brown. So some is yellow. It's different. So I'm not sure where you're talking about. Wasn't the mom also underage? I think she was 16, bro. They shot baby and mother in back of head. Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. It's just that's crazy. It's craziness, man. Either these dudes are these dudes were just reckless, or they were just stupid, man. They didn't know. They don't know nothing about politics, man. No, even if there were some youngsters that were trying to earn some, earn their bones, you got to know, man, that once you kill that baby, man, Pueblo County Jail, they put them in the medical unit. They're probably smoked out. Yeah, that's a possibility too, man. What's your opinion on the Chinese spy balloon? Yeah, that's crazy shit too, man. The I don't want YouTube to flag me, man. Them motherfuckers starting to flag my inner demons and war stories now, man. But some of the experts are saying that there could be they're predicting a war within 2 years. That's crazy, man, right there. That's something else that how did they get that there? You know what I mean? And they're trying to say it was there for some that doesn't even make sense. But yeah, that's something else that I tripped on in the news earlier. I was reading up on that. I think it's all bad though, Sir Longstroke. That could be the beginning of something all bad. They're already talking about taking military action, man. Them two dudes looked old, to be honest. The ones that got busted for the murders. Yeah. I mean, when you think about it too, man, I'm just trying to go over every scenario. Even when you think about it, so you get two dudes that they get an assignment like this, man. Now see that doesn't even make sense because then they know. So you get two cats that get an assignment like this, and their thing is, everybody that goes to do something like this, they would like to think we're not going to get busted. We're not going to get busted. So they obviously had that in their mind. Whatever we do, we're not going to get busted. But the NF or the Mexican mafia or the cartel, whoever it is that they were in connection with, they're gonna know that they did it. So, because what I was gonna say is, them dudes maybe they thought they weren't gonna get busted, so they just slaughter everybody in the house, and you know. But what about the people that gave them the directives? They're gonna know about it. So, news in LA said one dude was 35 and one was 25. Yeah, that's a hard 25, man. Won't that affect the end of hostilities? Um, that's a good question, man, because somebody else had the question is, yeah, I don't know. Somebody else had thrown that out there too, and I'm not sure. I gotta get at this individual, but I'm not sure how. Like, why would at this point, if it was just the NF sending somebody over there to hit these two cats that were at the pad, the two main targets, why would that affect the peace treaty? How would it affect the Mexican mafia? His question was, how will it affect the peace treaty unless the Mexican mafia gave the go ahead? But I've never heard that they were even involved. So everyone on the streets knows that children are off limits. These guys were on something different. Yeah, AC, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I've tried to play out every scenario in my mind. Um, Nothing makes sense. At least not if you're not. At least if you're talking about two groomed up cats that are out there functioning on the streets, they at least those type of individuals are gonna know better. Um, if you're talking about somebody that maybe they just delegated this assignment to some street cats that these dudes are some hitters and they want to put some work in, maybe, I don't know. That's one of those situations where like, hey, you guys go over there, take everybody out in the house and just leave it at that. But then then when everything is said and done, be like, hey, hold up, bro. What the fuck you kill the kids for? Well, you told me to take everybody else in the house out. Hey, bro, we ain't talking about no fucking kids, man. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. Yeah, so this Operation Night, they're calling this Operation Nightmare. For those of you that haven't seen it, this is one of the cats right there. Validated Norteño gang member. And here's the other one. Noah David Beard, 25, validated Norteño gang member. Them dudes are in trouble. Let me get this to my phone. Can you send that to my phone? Okay. Here's a better. You see, these are better pictures right there. Show it to you guys again. Yeah, homeboy looks like he's been around, man. Validated Norteño gang member. And this dude right here, this 25-year-old kid, youngster, he ain't a kid, but so this is the beginning of it right here. I promise you. I promise you. What if I'm not right about anything else? I'm gonna tell you like this. This right here is just gonna kick off a domino effect. These two dudes right here. I don't know the extent of their involvement. If um, but they'll give up. They'll probably give up somebody else that was either the people that gave them the directives or somebody's gonna start telling. It's inevitable. Um, it happens every time, man. You'll see it play out. I'd be surprised, man. I'd be surprised if those dudes hold their mud in light of everything that's going on. And they're already talking about the death penalty when shit. They're barely hitting the county jail right now. Yo, Box, he was asking because I believe Jay Hands mentioned the family was Southsiders about it. Oh, okay. See, that's something I didn't know right there. Well, yeah, but I don't know. I know that they got a peace treaty going on right now, man. And I was never part of that peace treaty. I've dealt with the Mexican mafia before, and I've dealt with a lot of Southsiders where we had open line of communication, but never to the extent of working with them that close. Now, I don't know if that's how close they're working with them, but like, let's just say another hypothetical, if the NF put a green light on these dudes, would they go and ask the Mexican mafia? Would they get their blessings for something like that? I don't know, man, because you're talking about killing people. That's when you talk about stuff like that, it's on a need to know basis. You're not gonna involve other people, and that's just some that's just a different way of doing business, man. I don't know what to think about that. Would they? For what? Why would they get their blessings? So I guess the way he was asking the question is how would the Mexican mafia feel about it? Since they had family that were sureños. I don't know. I don't know. I guess somehow, some way, if they're really reaching, it could have an effect on it. But one thing's for sure, we're gonna find out. It was only 8 cells hit. Well, then maybe he said he said 8 cells, but there were 16 people that were involved. That's what I was saying when I first came on there. He either said there were 16 people or 8 cells, 16 cells. But I remember hearing that there were 16 people, so that makes sense. 8 cells, two to a cell. I didn't hear that many, but damn, yeah. If you listen to that news briefing, they had cells in Folsom, Corcoran, and in Pelican Bay that are related to this. That's not common, man, for them to do something like that. So either they got phone calls, somehow they're linked in somehow. I would be willing to bet that it's probably cell phones, individuals calling each other. That's what they said on the news throughout California. They said they hit 8,000 north. What? 8,000. Now maybe they said that on another fucking news. That's a lot of motherfucking home. 8,000? You sure, homeboy? I'm not trying to doubt what you're saying, man, but damn. That's a lot, man. Damn, this is a super high power move. Well, yeah, it's got a lot of political the whole thing about the kids, that's what makes it a messy case. Jimmy Gold Chains, that's when all these big wigs start getting involved because it has an effect all the way across the board, man. Every homie should know children are off limits. Yeah. That's why I can't make sense of it, man. I sat back and tried to play out, a lot of different scenarios in my mind. But again, the only one that lightweight makes sense is these two dudes are just some hitters out there on the streets that aren't really laced up like that. And because they got at by somebody out there on the streets, maybe somebody that was working in the regiment or somebody through somebody, that they're not really worried about the homies knowing about who got killed over there. They're not going to get busted. They're thinking they're not going to get busted. So they go over there and they pull a nutty and end up killing everybody in the house. I mean, what do you guys think, man? What's up, Billy 209? Banging it out. That's right. Get your money, man. 10 months old too. Yeah, that's bad, man. Edie, I mean, what were they were saying that the victims or some of the people that got arrested said 2 people in the house, family was validated, and the 2 shooters, okay, validated Southsiders, and 2 shooters was validated Norteños. Yeah, well, that puts another spin on it, man. But even though, I mean, what's when you think about those politics, man, between the NF and the Mexican mafia, I mean, what can they really say, man? Yeah, I don't know. What's up, JoJo? I send mines right back at you, homeboy. They said character and homies were all gagged out. Yeah, they were CJS. I believe that. But character sat in the county jail for a good period of time before he hit San Quentin. Wouldn't you think that, like, even if this dude was a young gang member out there on the streets, wanting to prove, that he was willing to make those type of sacrifices for the Mexican mafia. But if he didn't learn it right after he got busted, that was a bad thing that he did, like, you would think that he would have some point during the time he spent in the county jail, some fucking buddy would have told him, like, bro, you're gonna be in trouble when you get to Quentin. You get over there on death row, they're gonna whack you, bro. But I guess nobody told him. How would you handle that situation in your key holder days? Well, if those individuals, it depends, man. I mean, it depends. If they were directly involved, they're done. Those two right there. If they were the ones that went in the house, and those were the cats that pulled the trigger, those dudes are done. Then I would go back and I would investigate the individuals that gave him the directives. I would go all the way up the chain, man. What they said, everything that was involved, man, everything, bro. You know what I mean? How these two dudes were selected, whose idea was it, who was involved, what they were told, what kind of directives they were told, where did they come from? I go through all that. And everybody that was involved or made some kind of fucked up bad decision based on who they were, how much time in they had, and their past history, they might even get whacked. It would just depend, man. They're gonna have a lot of cleaning up to do in order to make, the media is probably gonna paint that same picture they did to the Mexican mafia when Character and Belon and all them cats got busted for that Maxim road murders. They were putting it in the front lines, baby killers, cowards. These guys are nothing but fucking bullies that are out there on the streets slaughtering kids, women, and children. That's not the kind of attention that you want, man. Scarface said it best. No women or children. Yeah, he sure did. There's actually a code to this. I believe history repeats itself. The South already did this back in the day. Yeah, that's what we were talking about. Hector. That's what we're talking about. The Maxim road murders. That's what you're talking about. The Character, Belon Maciel, Primo, was other cat that was involved? Tricks, and there was one more. What's up, Artie Marin? B Garza 14. What's up, man? Alfred Shabby. What does a cholo say when a house falls on top of him? He says, "Get off me, home." You a fool for that one, man. There's a video circulating about what? Yeo Uno. Of course it didn't. Yeah, JR, that's understandable, but think about it. If you've done a lot of time, you've been around, you've done time, I'm sure that the majority of those that he was around were probably trying to keep it tight-lipped so that they could get him. They didn't want to they didn't want to expose their hand. But come on, man, like, if you stay in the county jail for almost a year, a little bit over, like a year and a half, somebody else somebody's gonna say something. A CEO, you know, ain't you worried, man? You know, when you get to prison, what they're gonna do to you? You know, a lot of the even the CEOs that work in the county jail. Why wouldn't they say something? Like, bro, when you get there, you know what's gonna happen, man. Then you're not gonna get you're not gonna get a welcoming party, man. They're gonna be hot. What's up, big figures? Yeah, man. I just wanted to kick it around with some of you guys. Hey, big figures. I just jumped on real quick, man. I don't usually do this right here. I rarely jump on with exclusive groundbreaking news. But you know, because this case right here is a little different, and they're trying to say that, well, they did say that it had some ties directly to the NF, and they're hitting cells in Pelican Bay, Corcoran, and Folsom. I just want to throw some scenarios out there, man, because you know I don't have any more information than any of you guys got right now. I see what the media is putting out, and you know I can speak from some of my experience and what I've seen in scenarios that might make more sense than the average person could think about. But I just want to see what some of you guys thought about that. Big figures, man. Good looking out, my boy. I appreciate you, man. Hell yeah, it's been a long, long time, homeboy. Good looking, bro. The Karens that killed that kid, Gabriel Fernandez, the dude landed at RJD Donovan on an SMY yard. He was getting hit every opportunity they had to get him. Yeah. Nobody likes baby killers, man. I mean, they even have a hard time on SMY yards. Some of them. Where's that video? Let me see. So the video.
Today are validated narcotics.
I don't know if you guys can hear some of it. I'll play a little bit of it if you guys want to hear it.
I was recently in a local store here in town where literally I was stopped over and over again because this case has really impacted people. The deaths in this case really is heartbreaking. I do want to recognize the deputies in this case who actually responded, were the first responders on the scene of this tragedy that we're referring to as a 6-person massacre. I'm thankful for the men and women in law enforcement who see the ugliness that society often offers and still is the professionals that they need to be. But we can't take away from the fact that they are also human beings with children and families. And
okay, I'm gonna skip to minute 13. Hold on.
Resources. But let me reinforce, we knew every move they were making. The public was not at risk. We had them under our wing exactly where we wanted them. We didn't have enough evidence as yet to make the arrest, and we wanted our district attorney to feel confident and comfortable that with the filing, that no mistakes were made. But once we did have the DNA information, we jumped. Operation Nightmare. Here's what we do believe. In the beginning, I had mentioned it was a cartel-like shooting. And as all of you can imagine, this is exactly what it appears to be. The investigation began to tighten from all across the state of California, all the way down into the Central Valley, and we quickly learned that it was going to be right here at home. Rivalry games between the Norteños and the Sureños, which we have all heard of many times.
Man.
The two members of the Perez family, the victim's family, were well-known, validated Sureño gang members in the town of Goshen, which is predominantly held by the Norteño gang. The 2 suspects arrested today are validated Norteños. The suspects and the victims have a long history of gang violence, heavily active in guns, gang violence, gun violence, and narcotics dealings. However, having said that, the motive is not exactly clear at this point. Let's talk about the number of man hours that went into this case. We have more than 10,000 hours of approximately 87 personnel from the sheriff's office.
You guys hear that? That's crazy. Oh, let me see. Here's something else.
Operation Nightmare. A statewide execution of search warrants happened simultaneously this morning as officials closed in on the suspects believed to be responsible for the grisly massacre of 6 people, mostly family members, in Goshen last month. Good afternoon, I'm Elena Rusk. This morning, the Tulare County Sheriff announced the 2 main suspects in this case have been arrested, and our 17 news cameras were there. Today, Sheriff Mike Boudreau sharing surveillance video from that night when the family was murdered in what the sheriff called a cartel-style attack and execution. The sheriff confirmed several of the victims were shot in the head, at least one while she was sleeping, another while she was kneeling. You can see here the youngest victims, 16-year-old Alyssa Perez, running to save her 10-month-old baby, Nicholas Perez. The sheriff says Alyssa and Nicholas were later found dead in the street, both shot in the back of the head. Today, the sheriff confirmed 2 of the victims were confirmed members of the Sureños gang, living in an area predominantly controlled by the rivaling Norteños gang. We are now learning investigators have been narrowed in on the 2 Norteño suspects since January 23rd, with constant 24/7 surveillance on them because of DNA evidence left behind at the scene. Those suspects identified as Noah Beard of Visalia and Angel Uriarte of Goshen. In Operation Nightmare today, 3 search warrants were executed at 6 a.m. at homes in and around Goshen and Visalia, and 17 News, as you can see, was there. You can see suspect Beard taken out into custody without incident at a home on Noyes Street in Visalia. The sheriff says the other main suspect, identified as Angel Uriarte, fired at officers and was hit by an ATF agent at another home in Goshen. He was taken into custody and rushed to the hospital for surgery, where the ATF says he is in stable condition and is expected to survive.
My message to Governor Newsom. Governor?
Yeah, you see that? Them motherfuckers had video surveillance. That's crazy, man, to see that girl put her baby over the fence like that, trying to save her baby. Them dudes are in trouble, man. But they had video surveillance from the night that happened. I don't understand the video, to be honest. What do they mean? She was running to get over the fence to say. So these guys were already killing people in the house. Obviously, she was in fear of her life. So she ran out of the house. And you see the video, she was throwing her baby over the fence to try to get the fuck out of Dodge, bro. And she jumped the fence, went around, got her baby, and then she tried to take off, man, and they ran her down and shot her and the baby both in the back of the head. Yeah, so she was hiding the baby. She was trying to protect her baby, man. What's up, Larry Lopez? Your bro, tell your bro I send mine right back at him. Not sure what you're talking about, man, but send mine right back at him, homeboy. What's up, Hypervigilance? The category 3, young buck. Yeah, right. Probably not, man. Bro, they had a camera at the house. They didn't even have a mask on. Yeah. Them cats obviously didn't know that they had a camera, but like somebody just said right there, one of these comments, just assume, man, that I'm not saying anybody is going to go out and do something like that, but whatever you're doing out there on the streets, however you're moving out there, always assume that there's cameras on you. They say every time you step out of your front door, you're literally on camera, like it's a crazy amount of times. I don't know the exact number, but they say that you literally um you're on camera throughout different parts of wherever you're at, man. Whether it's cameras from people's houses, their surveillance cameras, or it's law enforcement cameras, or people that have cell phones, business cameras, whatever, that fits right into their plan to have the cartel as the boogeyman. Yeah. What's up, B? Sending mine from Fresno. How is this baby situation gonna unfold for these two Northerners? You probably just jumped on, B Dog. I sent mine right back at you, homie. This case right here, it has a lot of the same parallels as that Maxim road murder, that case that happened out there in I don't know exactly what part of Southern California it happened at. I forget right now, but it was basically where those La Sangre gang members went into that house and they killed a Mexican mafia dropout, another cat that was out there on the streets taxing people under the Mexican mafia's name. Then they killed a mother. I believe it was either Laura, her daughter was either 5 or 7, and then there was a 6-month-old baby. It's gonna play out the same way as that case. Whoever's responsible for these murders, up until they killed the baby, they might not have had no issues, man. They might not have had no problems, but once they killed that baby, it's game over for them, man. They're in trouble. And the media, it doesn't look like the media is they're not gonna stop. They're gonna run a pretty good smear campaign on the Norteños and on the NF right now. So the NF is going to be in the same situation that the Mexican mafia was in when that case played out up there in the Bay. When everybody was up there, I remember it was coming on the news, man. Mexican mafia, cowards, baby killers. The media was just relentless, man. They're probably going to do the same thing. And the only way that the NF is going to, put this behind them, or stop a lot of that negative that smear campaign is to take those dudes out, man. I'm sure if they get a chance, they will, But I believe these dudes probably know they're in trouble, and it's gonna be hard to get them, man. Do I worry about how it makes me look? Nah, man. I hear what you're saying. Those stigmas. That has nothing, not even a little bit to do with me, man. And we didn't function like that as Norteños, as NF members. When I was out there doing my thing, we didn't operate like that, man. So I'm not worried about that at all. In the big scheme of things, it's a bad day for the home team to get that kind of look, man. That's what I was saying earlier, that I would like to think that the NF has changed a lot um since I was still on the team, man. It's changed a lot. However, I would like to think that it hasn't changed that much. That I don't believe that it's lowered its standards like that they're into killing kids. I would bet that these idiots, man, just made some boneheaded choices, man. They made those choices themselves. If you're in TC, stay on the swivelization, P's and Q's. Oh, hell yeah. Head on a swivel. Most definitely. The wife was bawling her eyes out when we seen the video of that girl run. Yeah, I heard her. I could hear her in the background trying to hide her baby. Fuck yeah, man. Think about it. If that was your kid, seeing her try to save her baby like that. It's pretty so it's an ugly video. it's a leadership split between two groups, isn't? Yeah, I'm sure they're split, but I would probably think that they're probably whether they're state or federal, man, they probably feel the same way about something like this, man. What did you miss in a nutshell? In a nutshell. So apparently they arrested two cats that are validated Norteños for the killings that happened in Goshen. They also hit 8 cells in between Folsom, Corcoran, and Pelican Bay. So basically, there's a connection there between Goshen and the NF there somewhere. To what extent, I don't know, but that's what they're saying. The family, the victims that were killed in Goshen, have ties to Sureños. Two of them were validated Sureños. So you got on one end of the spectrum, you got how will this have an effect on the end of hostilities? You got Norteños and Sureños, that an incident that happened on the street. So that's one part of it. The other part of it is these dudes that slaughtered, not only the baby but the mother. I think she was 16 years old. So she's looked at as a minor as well, man. So I said earlier, I don't got no inside details. I'm not gonna put out no thumbnail saying I got exclusive ground. I got phone calls from 5 different people with information straight off the press. Nah, don't go for the okey doke, man. You know what I mean? We all get the same information. I just wanted to kick it around with you guys a little bit, and like I said, just because I used to function as an NF member, I have a little bit of insight on some possibilities, some things that might come into play, man. So that's pretty much it, though, in a nutshell, my boy. I lived in Goshen for a few years. It's 50-50. Half homies, half damn. It's 50-50. But yeah, I would be willing to bet, and this is pure speculation, that this is just the beginning of it right there. You're going to see a lot of other individuals that are going to end up getting arrested, getting pulled into this, whether they get told on or whether, it's a result of an investigation. These cops are they're on a mission right now, man, to get everybody that was involved. They're going to do whatever they got to do to make it happen. So we'll see, man. We'll see how it all turns out. It was most likely a money situation. Yeah, I would be willing to believe that it's something like that too, just based on the fact that even if they knew that these were Sureños, you don't go slaughter a whole family just because you're gang banging. Even if they knew, what, there's a Sureño living over here that's got ties to the MA, and there's two of them. You just don't go and slaughter 6 people and kids for no gangbang shit type. You know what I mean? Some shit like that. So I don't know, man. It's Andrew Tate, the Norteño. They might if they're on drugs. Yeah, they had to be on something. So seems like dudes nowadays just handing out assignments without doing the research or background. Real to him, especially that baby. I sent mine with you. Yes, I sent mine right back, Mr. Scumbag. Yeah, man. I would agree with that too, bro. I'm not coming. I'm not on that bandwagon. I'm not slamming the NF for shit, bro. And that's not my position. But I would say that I think a lot of the things that are going on out there on the streets right now, a lot of the indictments are as a direct result of lack of experience, and man, they wiped out my whole everybody from the time when I was functioning out there. Everybody's been wiped out. You know what I mean? There's nobody from that era that's left. A lot of these guys are youngsters, and they're of a different mindset, man. Um, they don't do things like we used to do. That's just straight up, and that's not no hate. That's not no poison. Um, it's just the way it is, and I'm sure the guys that function in the 70s, they probably said that about the guys in the 80s, and the guys in the 80s probably said that about the guys in the 90s, man. But this is another whole new generation. Skinny jeans. What's up, Mikey? I seen you on there a minute ago too, man. The North Days only take action like this for a good reason. Something went wrong, very wrong. Yeah, yeah, taking action is one thing, but even taking action, good reason or not, they're not. We've never done nothing like that, man. Through the entire time that I was active, I never remember a case where us as being active out there on the streets, all of us that were functioning out there, somebody got hemmed up for something like this right here. I don't remember. I can't remember one case, man. Nothing wrong enough to offer baby. Exactly, bro. Exactly. It's like I said, a baby ain't gonna fucking point you out in the lineup. So even if somebody told you go kill everybody in the house and don't leave behind no witnesses, fucking baby's not gonna fucking point you out in the lineup. Ain't gonna make a statement, so there's nothing you can say to justify that. You have to understand how big Goshen is and the back and forth between ends and Southsiders. It's more of a hate and long time beef, bro. I'm from Visa, right next to Goshen, and Goshen homies are with. I'm knowing, bro. JG559. I'm knowing. I get that, bro. And I understand what you're saying. It gets personal. I went through it. I went through it in the city, man. Where we could talk about this shit until we're blue in the face, but unless you've been part of those wars out there on the streets and it's affected you personally, yeah, it takes on a personal. It does. It takes on it's personal. I get that part of it. Yeah, no, I got you, man. I would just say that even then, the time out there when things were at the worst out there in Frisco, man, when we were banging hard against 19th Street, bro, trying to get that whole neighborhood out of the mission. It never ever got that bad to where, even though I took a lot of it personal, it was my neighborhood, and I had family that were affected by it, and it never got that serious where I would go into a house and Southsiders or not, Mexican mafia or not, where I would ever go in there and slaughter women and children like that. Fuck that, I might as well just end my own career. Right back at you, homie. I don't ever see gangbangers out there like that, bro. Everyone looks the same nowadays. Yeah, gangbang's changing. The whole face of gangbanging has changed. Straight up. It's not like it was. The 90s was probably like the end of it. You're always gonna see it on some level, but it's nothing like it used to be. Nothing like it used to be. Ain't nobody throwing on fucking white t-shirts no more, or fucking creasing up, going out there banging. People ain't thinking about that no more, man. You're just not thinking about it. It's changed. You know, a lot of the youngsters are still caught up in it because they're young. But you know, once you start to get older and it's just a different time, a different era, man. There's just and things have changed, man. What is the possibility? SNF for favor. Anything's possible, bro, but I don't know, JB. You know, like I was saying too earlier, I've dealt with the Mexican mafia. I've had open lines of communication with them. I've dealt with a lot of Southsiders up in Corcoran and Pelican Bay. But to work with them like that on that type of level, I have no experience, zero, none. And even if they were, man, I don't know. I just don't know how the NF, at least the NF that I remember, when you're talking about whacking people, the NF has always been a real secretive organization, man. I just don't see why some of the leaders would go and get at the MA, or get at some of the Mexican mafia members and tell them, hey, look, we're gonna go over here and we're gonna whack these dudes, or do us a favor and go send a couple of your soldiers to go whack these individuals as a favor. Well, nobody trusts nobody no more, man. I don't know if they're still doing it like that, but from everything that I've been hearing over the last 10 years, the trust, the loyalty is gone. You got motherfucking homeboys stripping homeboys out. I can't wrap my head around that one. One of these COs that I interviewed told me that, and that shit still fucks me up, man. Homeboys are stripping out homeboys. Why? Because they don't trust them. They want to make sure they didn't have pedazos stuck up their ass. That's fucking wild, man. Homeboys reading their mail. Hey, send your mail down to the tier security whenever they come through a mail call. All your personal letters, your wife, your mom, your kids, shoot that to the tier security so he can screen it. You know what I mean? Let's say they were Southsiders and it's a funk on site, but there's a better way to handle it. Yeah. Killing that baby just made it 20 times more personal. Exactly. Once you took the baby out, it changed the dynamics of everything. No voice, no order, and a very weak economic muscle. That about sums it up. What's up, Jesus, Felix? Maxine, aren't you the one that goes on? Do you go on another live? Do you jump on a live on another channel? I'm just wondering if that's you. With I think it's with Gunner and Dubs. I can't tell by looking at that picture, but it kind of looks like. What's up, Mark 9400? I think it's time to showcase vatos that changed their life in the barrio and joined the military and changed their life for the best. There is a lot of us retired that would. Most definitely. Close by, Tony Hernandez. Okay, all right, Tim Hennessy, yeah. Shout out to San Fernando Valley, man. Gangish. Man, I'm gonna burn some sage for that family and everyone who is feeling this senseless crime, man. That's right, Lucky Local. Good stuff, man. So, I'm sure you guys are gonna probably be seeing a lot of they're probably cranking them out right now. I mean, it's a good thing. I'm sure other channels are gonna have exclusive, groundbreaking information on this stuff, and the details will come out over the next couple weeks, man. So we'll find out. We'll find out more as time goes on, man. Yeah, certified in motherfuckers already hooking up thumbnails and uh, doing research, man. I want to do an interview with you, my homie. I'm doing a video on NSM and Northerners in Colorado. Lucky Local. Lucky, you hear that? He wants to do an interview with you, boy. SRG. Rest in peace, Azia. Sad history repeats itself. That's crazy. You would think people would learn. Sad. Yeah. Yep. Thugs Mansion. Can you summarize the latest news? Just jumped in live. So they arrested 2 individuals in connection with that incident that happened in Goshen, the 6 murders that happened over there in Goshen. And both of these individuals are validated Norteños. Somehow, some way, I'm not sure the extent of what they have, how they connected the dots. I would assume it's probably cell phone activity, or maybe kites, man, because motherfuckers are always getting kites intercepted. That's one thing that unfortunately a lot of homies are good at, man, is getting kites intercepted, man. It's fucked up, but it happens. But I would think that's probably how they came about some of this information. But somehow, some way they connected some dots that led them to go to Folsom, Corcoran, and Tehachapi and search 8 cells that were in connection to this somehow, some way. And they're saying that their language from what they were saying is that these cells were directly connected to the NF. So that basically sums it up right there. And then you got a lot of different dynamics going on. So the individuals that got hit in that where the 6 homicides took place, 2 of those dudes that got hit were validated sureños. So that's something else to think about. Whether it will have an effect on the end of hostilities, I don't know. I think it's a stretch. It's some street shit, but I think that I would like to think that the guys that are in there in the state, they love their freedom right now. They especially the guys that have spent years and years in the SHU program, locked up in those boxes, that the stronger minds will prevail, and they'll be like, nah, man, this whatever happened, it's some street shit. We're not gonna allow that to affect what's going on in here. At least that's what I think. I don't know everything. I could be wrong. And then just the other part that my whole purpose for jumping on there is just, I was sitting back thinking about it, and this case has a lot of parallels to the Maxim Road murders, where they went in and killed a Mexican mafia dropout, some other cat that was doing some scandalous shit on the street, and then they killed a mother, her 5-year-old daughter, and a 6-month-old infant. And those individuals got convicted of the death penalty. 2 of them were smart, stayed in their cells, PC'd up when they got to Quinn, they got to death row. The third one, character from La Sangra, he I don't know what he was thinking, but he went out to the yard and they killed him out there because of the smear campaign that the media went on behind that case. So it's kind of like that's what's happening all over again right now. But the media now, they're going to be focused on the NF, Norteños. It hasn't come out yet, but this is just now. It's just now coming to light. But watch, baby killers, cowards. They'll run the same kind of shit they did when that case hit. What's up, J Del 40? I appreciate you, man. I most definitely will, man. Do you think these 8 cells are suspected leadership or actual individuals that are that's a good question, Martin 9400. I would think maybe both, bro. Maybe both. That's a lot of cells. 8 cells, and you're talking 3 different prisons. I don't see 3 prisons coordinating that much. 3 different prisons coordinating, all being involved in this one case. I just don't see that happening. So maybe it's a little bit of both, leadership and then some other people that were directly involved that might have facilitated some communication, they might have confiscated some cell phones and got a hold of some texts. I don't know. I'm speculating like a lot of you are right now. I don't know nothing more than anybody else. I'm just basing it off of the conference, the news conference that came on earlier, or the news briefing. Yeah, like 2000, 2001, there was a house that was known Paisas, and they tried to rob it early in the morning. And all the assailants got their demise. Those Paisas had ammunition. 3 died. Yeah. What year did the Maxim murders happen? Fuck was that? So character got killed in 97. No, he got killed in 98. He got killed in 98. So I want to say, fuck, I'll tell you right now. Or maybe not. It's in the other book. I don't know, somewhere around. Fucking Google that shit. Maxim Road murders. Wow. 1995, bro. 1995. That happened. See, El Monte street gang. In your opinion, what could have been the reason for calling the hit from prison onto the streets in this case? I think it might have had something. And again, I'm speculating, man, but for them to be involved like that, it might be over drugs, man. Because of this whole end of hostilities, it's obviously more than just a peace treaty, man. These dudes they're working together a lot closer than a lot of people know. And I think the possibility of them working on the streets together, it's a good possibility. I think it might have had something to do with dope, and you know, that could be one scenario. Another scenario, even though you guys got to understand this, man, and don't kill the messenger. I'm just giving you guys another scenario. So you got a lot of cats that came from my era that are still locked up in prison right now, and a lot of them honestly do not believe in the end of hostilities. They're going along with it, just like there's probably a lot of Southsiders. Shout out to the Southsiders. Shout out to everybody, man. But there's probably a lot of them that don't believe in the end of hostilities as well. But they're going with it because that's what they have to do. You know, there's a lot of dudes I've talked to, and they're like, "Bro, we didn't sign up for this." You know what I'm saying? No. So let's just say here's another scenario. Maybe it didn't have nothing to do with drugs, but when I was out there functioning, we came to find out where certain Mexican mafia members were living. What area? San Jose, up there. Matter of fact, up there in Visalia, at one time there was another individual. Um, Northern Sacramento, San Francisco, Oakland. So there's individuals that are living in Northern California. We come to find out, even though there's a peace treaty going on, don't think that there's shit still going on behind the scenes where they're like, "Hey, we found out that there's, you know, an active metal living over there. Go whack that house, bro." You know what I'm saying? That peace treaty, I don't think it extends to the streets wholeheartedly, man. If you believe that, go walk down, go walk down fucking Whittier and Telegraph wearing a fucking red baño and see what happens. You know what I mean? So, or go to Watts, go out there in the middle of Watts, put a red bandana hanging out your back pocket, see if that flies out there. So that's just another scenario. You know, even though they're in prison, state prison, and they're getting along out there, and they're in agreement to the end of hostilities. Still, I'm just putting myself in that situation. Would that mean if we found out where certain individuals were living at on the streets that we wouldn't go after them? I don't know. I don't know. So who knows, man? It could be over drugs, it could be over dope, it could be over some personal shit. There's just too many scenarios. Boxer, tell us who did it, brother. All right, man. Get at me in my email. I'm gonna shoot you one time, bro, and let you know. El Money. El Monet. They were homies to Larry. They were all family. Huh? Loyalty for life. I don't understand the question. Donna Wentz, I appreciate you, Donna. I didn't think in LA they would think you're Norteño, but that's kind of true too. A lot of them cats don't even know what fucking Norteños are. They probably see some cat out there with the red rag, and they might think he's a blood or something. Yeah, a fucking yeah. What's the chances of that? But I'm just saying, you know what I mean. I'm just using that as an example. What's up, Caesar Guia? Shout out to Dallas, Texas. Whittier and Telegraph run the same way. Just well, that just goes to show you, man, that I ain't really been out there in that area. I'm just saying, man. Besides all the technical stuff, but I appreciate the heads up, bro. I'm just saying, Whittier Telegraph out there in that area, you know what I mean? Or Watts, where the Southsiders are thick out there. Same way, man. Up north, you know, that's that's still a problem that the NF knew that they were going to have when they were in the preliminary stages of this of the talks to end hostilities. One of the things that they were worried about is how they were going to extend this peace treaty out. It's like I said in one of my recent profiles, how they were going to extend this to the streets and would they be able to do it? And I don't think they have. I don't think the NF is able to do that because a lot of the Norteños out there on the streets, a lot of the youngsters, they're not plugged in like that. They're still out there banging, you know, the way that they want to bang. And how are you going to tell these homies, like, you guys got to have peace with these dudes, but they're looking at it as like these guys infiltrated our neighborhood, man. You know what I mean? How does that work? So it's a complicated, there's a lot of different, it's a convoluted mess, man. Yeah, everlasting base. I just wanted to jump on real quick because of this news brief that just came out about that Goshen incident, bro. Otherwise, I just came back from the gym. I was about to splash around in the shower right now, but I was like, you know what, man? Let me jump on real quick. Everlasting Goshen murders, 25 suspects arrested. Norteños. Yeah, they're calling it Operation Nightmare. And they have video. For those of you that didn't see the video, I'm gonna play it again. So this is a video of the mother with her baby trying to save her baby. They actually had video footage of the mother running with her baby while they were killing these guys. Check it out.
Closed in on the suspects believed to be responsible for the grisly massacre of 6 people, mostly family members, in Goshen last month. Good afternoon, I'm Elena Rusk. This morning, the Tulare County Sheriff announced the 2 main suspects in this case have been arrested, and our 17 news cameras were there. Today, Sheriff Mike Boudreau sharing surveillance video from that night when the family was murdered in what the sheriff called a cartel-style attack and execution. The sheriff confirmed several of the victims were shot in the head, at least one while she was sleeping, another while she was kneeling. You can see here the youngest victims, 16-year-old Alyssa Perez, running to save her 10-month-old baby, Nicholas Perez. The sheriff says Alyssa and Nicholas were later found dead in the street, both shot in the back of the head. Today, the sheriff confirmed 2 of the victims were confirmed members of the Sureños gang, living in an area predominantly controlled by the rivaling Norteños gang. We are now learning investigators have been narrowed in on the 2 Norteño suspects since January 23rd, with constant 24/7 surveillance on them because of DNA evidence left behind at the scene. Those suspects identified as Noah Beard of Visalia and Angel Uriarte of Goshen. In Operation Nightmare today, 3 search warrants were executed at 6 a.m. at homes in and around Goshen and Visalia, and 17 News, as you can see, was there. You can see suspect Beard taken out into custody without incident at a home on Noyes Street in Visalia. The sheriff says the other main suspect, identified as Angel Uriarte, fired at officers and was hit by an ATF agent at another home in Goshen. He was taken into custody and rushed to the hospital for surgery, where the ATF says he is in stable condition and is expected to survive.
My message to Governor Newsom. Governor, we've arrested the perpetrators. We've done our part. We're asking that you do your part. We need to look at death sentence justice.
See what I'm saying? They're already jumping on their first opportunity to rally to get that death penalty put back on the books, man. And that doesn't surprise me. A case like this, if there's anything that's going to do it, it's going to be a case like this, a case that will shock, the majority, shock the conscience of, the mainstream public. So it doesn't surprise me that that's what they're doing, man. But you see that they had cameras on that house while they were, they were sitting on a lot of this shit. They said that they put out that briefing and they released certain details of those of the murders. It was strategic because for whatever reason they were doing it, they knew that the perpetrators were watching, and it was part of the plan the whole time. And they had DNA evidence as well. It's hard enough for Northanians to get along with each other on the streets. Treaties between street gangs never last. Some hothead always fucks it up. Yeah, real shit, bro. Regardless of why these dudes did what they did, I would think that they were heavy off meth. Yeah, man, unfortunately, that's not gonna fucking that's gonna fall on deaf ears, man. I hear what you're saying though. But the other question is this, man. Having functioned out there on the streets for years in different regiments, and somebody that's familiar with the policies and the protocols and everything that's related to functioning out there on the streets, that's gonna fall on the hands of the individuals that delegated this assignment to these individuals. Why are you gonna go get two cracked out motherfuckers to go do something like this? That's not what we do. Usually when somebody's selected for an assignment like this, it's somebody that's gamed up. They know what they're doing. They're not gonna go in there and make these type of boneheaded mistakes, man. No, that's not even a mistake. That's just a fucked up judgment. You know what I mean? No, but that's why you wouldn't use guys that are all gacked out on meth, man, because of situations like this. If that's the case, if that's what happened. So other people are gonna have to answer for that part of it. And who sent these dudes? Whose idea was it to send these two dudes to go do that shit? And why did they fucking kill the kids? What was said that would have made them? What's up, Big Johns? Hey man, real quick, hit the pause button. Boy, I didn't even know that you were jumping on this channel, bro. So we'll link up though, man. I'm glad you tapped in, bro. But I send mine to you, man. You know what's up, bro. Anyway, yeah, so that responsibility is gonna fall back on somebody else. They're gonna have to answer for that part of it, man. Whoever relayed that, whoever made the choice to, it's just like if I'm out there and I'm the regimental commander for the regiment out there in Frisco, and there's an individual out there that needs to go, there's a target. I'm responsible for selecting the two individuals or the three individuals, whatever, the squad that's going to go take that individual out. And whatever happens, I'm going to be responsible in somehow, some way, within reason. I can't be held accountable for them killing, for overkill, them slaughtering kids and babies. I didn't go tell them to do no shit like that, but I'm gonna catch some grief for sending these idiots that did that. I should know better. So there's a lot of different things that come into play, man. Edgar, I don't know, man. That's just what I do, man. Why are you on here? Why are you on here, man? They're going to do that, Tony Hernandez. They're going to continue to do that, man, because they're going to use every opportunity they can to rally up people to get the death penalty put back on the books. Let me get this fucking this keyboard warrior up out of here, man. Yeah, whoever sanctioned it, what do you expect from these busters? Here we go. Barty started watching. How do you barely started watching? How do you think this is linked to the NFL? I'm just going off of what they said in the news brief. Octavio Calderon, you must have just jumped on, man. This is not me speculating. This is a news brief that just came out about an hour ago, where they said that they arrested two individuals that were both validated Norteños, and as a result of this investigation, they hit 8 cells um, in 3 different prisons: Pelican Bay, Corcoran, and Folsom. So that's how they think it's linked to the NF. I don't know shit about the case. I'm hearing the same things that everybody else is hearing on the media. Straight up, man. What's up, Lupe? Saludos. Yeah, the sheriff said it himself. Exactly. You know, it's on the news, man. All you got to do is Google it, bro. I wouldn't just jump on here and just be like, hey, I think this is related to the NF. Nah. Yep, propaganda, bro. Newsom needs to focus in creating jobs, not prison backlog. Yeah. Yeah, it's all good, Tony. If whoever sanctioned it is influential and well liked, would he catch heat and or get dealt with? It depends, man. Again, referring back to the Maxim Road murders, depending on how familiar you are with that case. So let's just use that case as an example. So you had a very highly influential Mexican mafia member like Weddle, Weddle Shy, right? He was supposed to be the one that allegedly made he's the one that allegedly gave the orders to Pelon and told him to go hit those individuals, right? So yeah, here we go, man. I guess they want me off, man, but it ain't gonna happen. All the trolls are coming out now, man. So anyway, Weddle Shy was a highly influential Mexican mafia member that was put in the same situation. He was started to catch heat for that case right there, but because of who he was and because like he said, hey, I didn't tell him to kill the kids. I didn't have nothing to do with that. That fell on Pelon. So it could be the same situation like that, man. It just depends who's involved, who's involved with that investigation, what they're saying, how they feel about it, man. And a lot of it has to do with how long this individual's been around. All that comes into play, man. That's true. Weddle Shy didn't catch any heat for the murders, but Weddle Shy had power and respect. Exactly. Yeah, that's wait till the media starts going on their little thing, man. Delta Machine, who are the shooters? Well, they're saying that they're validated Norteños. And they're saying that the people that got shot, at least two of the guys that got killed in Goshen were Sureños, validated Sureños. So what's up, Manny Fresh? Oh no, I know who you are, Zap Dog. It's all good, man. Yes, sir. I've done time and I consider my time nothing compared it to what Boxer and a lot of these people have done. So half these people need to just tell off talking shit and a bunch of shit when yeah, you can't stop that, man. These individuals are gonna, they're gonna be fucking They're gonna be bitches, whether it's online or in the streets, man. You can't stop it, bro. This the type of shit that makes them feel tough. Jumping on YouTube. Damn, man, life must be real boring for you, man. Is it that bad? That miserable? Moses, man, we like new subscribers over here, Moses. I appreciate you, man. Jimmy Palmer and Primo Valdez. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, bang, bang. True that. Yeah, Zap Dog. It is what it is, man. This dude got 1,000 fucking accounts. He got 1,000 accounts. Straight fucking chomo, man. Everybody knows about you, whatever your name is, man. Go ahead, keep coming on there. I'll keep deleting these motherfuckers, man. I pulled him. No way, man. There's no way. Is that what he said? Raina Capricorn said Renegade Media didn't say it was Southerners. He said it was Northerners. What's up, Jason? Oh, my workout was good, homeboy. I did chest today, man. Yeah, I hear you, Anthony. I hear you, man. Big Lou did a short on that today. Box. He called them keyboard characters. Yes, sir. I don't know, Spinal. It's it definitely there's a lot of different dynamics that come into play, man. I don't know. It's interesting though. Fatimas Martinez, what's up, man? Did you ever meet or work with? Nah, man, never did, homie. Never did. Nah. I met him on YouTube like a lot of you. No. Thousands of counts, 1,000 views. Good looking out. Nice. I am on keto. Man, that's a good diet right there, Jason. That's good stuff, bro. Yeah, I appreciate all these views, though, man. Shit. You obviously don't know how it works, boy. Oh, man. Boss, you're going to do that episode on Rab Reels? Yeah, I'm going to run something on him. Paul, it's probably going to be after that case. I don't know, man. I'm still here, eVisions TV. Oh, I'm sure they will, Delta Machine. Yeah, I'm sure they will. Sykes is OA of Goshen. That doesn't surprise me. This dude's you fucking lame ass dude, man. No way, Jason. Don't even say that, boy. Still ain't heard nothing, Manuel. I don't know. from Hampshire? Hell nah. It's all good. It's all good, man. It comes with the territory. Custom Cali tools. I almost said custom Cali trolls. It's all good. Home, boy. Who you got for the Super Bowl? You know what, man? I hate to say it. Even though they knocked my team out, I'm gonna ride with Philly, man. They beat my team, so I don't like Kansas City. We had a rivalry going with them anyway. So I don't want to see Kansas City win another Super Bowl. I'd rather see Philly win. I hear you, Paul. Are you dropping Blinky profile soon? Yes, it will. Yes, I will. Valentina Luna, most definitely. No. You're talking about this is a different Chivo, Jason. This cat, man, got nothing to do with the city, bro. Yeah, I hear you, Chongo. Yo, Box, you mind giving my sister a shout out for her birthday? Hell no. What's her name? Tommy Gunn. For sure. What was the biggest hood set crew when you were active? How many strong? What are you talking about, Zap Dog? I don't know. There's some big hoods, man. Selena's got some big active hoods. San Jose, Sacramento. All good, J559. Just doing my thing, Iron Bear. You know how it goes, man. What's her name? Tommy Gunn. Do I know anybody from Redwood City? I knew one homie from Redwood City. Well, I knew two, man. Regal and you don't see too many homeboys come out of Redwood City in Payaso, who was actually a C, an NF member. Yeah, 30th Street. I know it. Well, you don't have to throw his name out there, but I know mostly that whole neighborhood. I used to run with a lot of them. I'd have to look, Jr. There's a few of them. No, I don't like the birds. Birdman. I don't like them. I just out of the two that's left, um, considering the circumstances of, like I said, man, I can't ride with Kansas City. I ain't riding with neither one of them. But if I want to see one win, I'd rather see Philly win. Yeah. Shout out to OG Mary. Hey Mary, happy birthday. That's coming from your brother Tommy Gunn. I hope you have a blessed happy birthday. Most definitely. Many more to come. What's up, Dr. Chapatin? Had a tough week on the phones. They kicked my ass off today and almost shit my pants when my first Spanish call came in. Thought I would Huh? That I would be slick. Instead, got hit with the freight train. What just happened right now, man? Let me read that one more time, man. Had a tough week on the phones. They kicked my ass, and today almost shit my pants when my first Spanish call came in. Thought I would be slick. Instead, got hit with. Oh, okay, so somebody tried to spit some Spanish, some Espanol, and you couldn't spit that shit. It's all good, Tommy Gunn. Fuck them Chiefs, Cam. I can't do it. They're a good ass team, but I don't like them, man. I'll be honest with you. I'm hating on them. If the NF is involved, we already know which faction made the call. Oh yeah, that's a no brainer. You know anyone from Triple S Stockton? Nah, I can't say I do. Cash Money Carlos. That's when Montana was traded to the Chiefs. Did you root for him? Yeah, man, I was a Montana fan, bro. Of course. Um, that's just part of the game. You know, he it's part of business, man. On his way out, he got sent to another team, but I wanted to see him prosper until he played the Niners, obviously. Can't hate on somebody like Montana. Did I root for him in the Chiefs? I guess in some sense, I guess I did, man. All right, Zap Dog, you as well. Yeah, exactly. I said that earlier, bang bang. Regardless to any of the friction that was going on in the past, that's one thing that I would agree with is that I don't believe nobody condones, supports, or believes in shit like that, killing women and children, man. State, federal, the politics are one thing, but that's over the top, man. Where the two suspects currently being held? Which facility? I'm not sure on that one. Over there in Tulare County, I know that. So if they were involved, what's the deal with taking the life? Oh, they're done, Raul. They're done. I know some of you are just coming in. I've been on there for too long already, 2 hours, man. I'm about to dip, man, in a minute, but there's a lot of speculation going on right now. I threw out a lot of different scenarios of what could have happened, what might have happened. Whether these two cats went in there because they got directives, there was something else going on out there on the streets, on the street level. I don't know. But it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, when they killed the kid, the baby, and the mother, because I believe she was 16 as well, so she's considered a minor as well. When they killed those two, it changed the dynamics of everything. Even if that was a sanctioned hit, even if somebody told them, make sure when you guys go over there to whack this individual, you don't leave no witnesses, don't leave nobody behind, kill everybody in the house. That you gotta assume, or you gotta know that doesn't mean to go kill kids. People got to be smart enough to at least know that. I don't know, man. People are saying these dudes might have been all gacked out on fucking on meth, but it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, these two dudes got an issue coming, and anybody else that was some kind of way directly involved, indirectly involved, all that shit's going to be investigated. But this is just the beginning of it. You got 2 cats that just got arrested right now. Trust me, if they don't start talking, these cops know a lot of shit. Obviously, they've been sitting on a lot of information for a while now. You're going to see a lot more people get involved. If this is coming from people, people that are still in state prison, they're going to end up coming down with another some more indictments. You know what I mean? If you had to speculate, what political learnings do you think NF members have liberal? If you had to speculate, what political learnings do you think NF members have, liberal or conservative? I don't think conservative, man. No. Yeah, I don't know. No, I don't know, man. They're both about the same right now. Neither one of them are doing anything, man. Anyway, yeah, you guys, I just wanted to jump on, man, kick these scenarios around with you guys. Like I said, I'm sure that there's going to be a lot of other channels that are going to come out with a lot of information. You're probably going to hear a lot of the same things that you heard from me from a lot of the other channels right now, because it's just now coming out. Nobody's getting no inside information about no shit like this. So there is no groundbreaking news. There is no hot off the press. If somebody got some inside information about something like this, you should probably be leery of that. You know what I mean? So hopefully the people that cover this case right here, man, have enough respect and enough especially because of the kids that are involved and the family. And it's just a lot of different moving parts to this shit, that they do it with a little bit of integrity instead of just thinking about getting views and shit like that, making up some nice fancy thumbnails to try to get a lot of people to tap in. Come over here, I got the inside shit. Oh man, don't work like that. But we'll see in the next couple weeks, man. We'll see what happens. I'm sure a lot of information is going to come out through the investigative part of it too. A lot of the news stuff that's going to be a lot of the news stuff that's going to be coming. Watch how the news does them though. Trust me, I'm going to predict that they're definitely going to start that smear campaign like almost immediately. And there'll probably be some other people that are going to get pulled in probably pretty quick, man. Say they don't kill the 16-year-old, would they be hit for not following orders? Nah, Tony, because again, take a hypothetical, right? Say I'm a regimental commander and I send two cats to go over there and whack somebody. My intention is to have that individual, the target, killed. Now I would like to think that the 2 individuals that I have go take care of this, they've been schooled enough to know that this doesn't mean don't go kill a bunch of babies and kids. I want this target whacked. They got to be able to go into a situation like this and deal, make what do you call it? Contingency plans for unforeseen circumstances, things that you're not expecting to happen. I go to a house, I'm thinking that there's just going to be this dude and his wife there, and when I get there, I ended up finding out that he's got a sister-in-law with her 3 kids, and maybe there's a couple friends that are having a barbecue. So now what? I'm gonna take out the main target, but I'm not gonna kill the kids. I'm not gonna kill other people that don't have nothing. So they're not gonna get put on the hook for that. No. It's a judgment call, man. You guys are crazy, man. Van Ness Hamster Bloods. I think it's crazy. Mike just goes to show, man, it's yeah, the whole landscape has changed over there, man. Anyways, you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Don't trip. Like I said, I'm sure some of these other channels will be jumping on, man. I'm sure a lot of the there's gonna be a lot of news coverage over the next couple days, man. So let's see what happens. You know, let's see what happens. Let me ask you this, bro. Was everything you sacrificed for the organization, was it worth it? Bro, you know, I would answer that question, homeboy, with all due respect, but that first name, I really ain't liking that name right now, man. And it could be in no relation to that troll, but anyway, yeah, I'm gonna cut, man. I'm gonna cut. Get back on this profile that I was working on for you guys, man. Don't forget the reaction to the reactions. Yeah, we don't do reactions over here, man. Most definitely, Robert. It's all good, man. It's all good. OC 714. What's up, Machete? Just got on you about to log off. Damn, yeah, man. Sess, I've been on here for fucking 2 hours, bro. 2 hours. I mean, usually I don't come on like this, man, but now, hey, Chivo, you know what? You're probably not even associated with that dude, bro. And it's all good. I'm gonna answer that question for you. Because I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Uh, I got mixed feelings about that, homie. You know what I'm saying? There's always gonna be that part of me, man, that even though a lot of people might not understand it, you know, I committed myself to that, and there's a part of me that still thinks that when I first made that commitment, it was for the right reasons. There was a cause back then, man, and even the sacrifices I made, the little sacrifices, all the way down to you know, giving up my kids and the time that I spent in prison, all the things that I did out there on the streets. I would like to think that it counted for something, man. So I'm not gonna say that I feel like it was all for nothing, which I mean, most of it really is. And that's the alter ego boxer speaking. The other part is probably like it was all a waste of time, bro. I'm 50 fucking years old, got nothing to show for it. I got a late head start on life. I ain't been nowhere, ain't really seen nothing. And all the money that I generated went in somebody else's pocket, bro. You know, and I lost the better years of my life. All my 20s, all my 30s, some of my 40s. So I don't know, man. It's just one of them things. I got a bunch of mixed feelings about it, man. I'm not one of those dudes that can just turn it off and just say, fuck it, you know, fuck them dudes. Nah, it's not that easy for me, man. No, I don't know, bro. That's the best answer I can give you, though. Anyway, I'm gonna get up out of here for real this time. Tommy Gunn, I'm out, man. Good answer, boss, but you wouldn't be here making a difference. I understand, bro, and you are absolutely correct. Izzy Fresno, I send mine right back. Big Machete, Shadow Pit, FM, AC Bar, Shannon Amherst, I see you. Rich DM 650. Everybody else, there's way too many of you to do a roll call. There's 300 of you that were in here at one time. I appreciate it. Appreciate everybody that tapped in. Even the trolls, like all 60 of you that gave me 60 views, I appreciate it, man. You guys don't even know. It's all good. My 20s, my 30s, and my 40s. Yeah. But anyway, I'll probably be on again during this weekend, man, with Sandman wants to come on. We'll see. We got some more profiles dropping. You guys haven't checked out the last Mexican Mafia Mongols spill that we dropped. Check it out. We're trying to get better at the video footage, incorporating the video footage. So hopefully you guys are liking that a little bit better. We'll get there, man. We're not quite there yet, but it's starting to look different, a little different. Anyways, I'm out, you guys. You guys have a good Friday. Be safe, man. If you guys are gonna be out there doing your thug dizzle, man, give somebody else the keys, man. Let somebody else drive. Anyways, I'm out. You guys, again, I appreciate everybody that supported and jumped on, man. We'll see what happens over the next couple weeks, so it'll be interesting. B-Lo, I appreciate you, B-Lo. Home run at the last minute in the 9th inning, homeboy. Thank you, B-Lo. I'll be back on this weekend, homie. I was on there for 2 hours already right now. But I'm glad you tapped in, homie. I'm out though, bro. I gotta do it like that. All right, you guys, I'm out of here, man. Peace.